That came out way better than I thought it would. I mean, this could be an indoor piece of furniture, man. At least indoor for my house. Well, the garage is coming out pretty good. We've got all of our tools here still to organize, bunches of fasteners, and you know, there's some odds and ends that still... Kitties, look at what you did. You guys got a bird. So yep, that was my bird right there. That's my bird. Anyway, so it's coming along really good. We did build that kind of shelf bench thing in the back there, but today we're going to be building a heavy duty workbench out of 2x4s, almost entirely 2x4s. We're going to add a little bit of 1x material to it as well, but let's go ahead and get some of this unloaded and we'll start making the legs. Tried to get the straightest and most perfect 2x4s possible, so it took a long time picking them out. All right, 5 2x4s. I've got all the plans in my head, so if you follow along you can make the same workbench, but yeah, should be fun. All right, here we go. We want our workbench to be 36 inches tall, but the top of it is going to be 2x4s set on edge. So it'll be 3.5 inches, although we're going to plane them down to kind of get rid of this round part right here. So if we take 1/4 of an inch off, that's 1/2 inch. So that'll be 3 inches. So we're going to need legs that are 36 minus 3, 33 inches. When I was building this bench right here, I was thinking, man, it's going to be so short when I cut the legs, but it's not so short. It's perfect. It's 36 inches. Oh, they're perfect, man. So I think we've got our master plan worked out here. I think it's gonna work, man. I think so anyway.
Got you some coffee.
Ooh, sweet, dude.
Coffee break.
Thank you so much.
Wow, it feels nice in here. How's it going?
Thank you. Good. Want to see how it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me turn you guys here so you can see too. Dink. Basically, this is gonna be a leg, and it's gonna be basically 3 pieces. This will be like this part that's right down here that runs this direction on it. That'll be here. And so this is just acting as a spacer so that we can get this part set so it'll be flush at the top up here.
Cool.
And then there'll be another one here, like that, and then we'll put a piece in here when we put it all together all the way.
Okay, cool.
For the bottom of the leg. So this one will be like totally locked in. This one will be locked in except for the top. So this should be really stable, real sturdy. Let's do the first one together, shall we? So it should be like that. And that guy will fit right in there. Let's glue it, put it together. I think we're good to go. Mark it in here, mark it in here, mark it in there, mark it in there. And that way we know where the glue goes and doesn't go. Flip that guy over, flip that guy over. So we've got our wood glue here. And this is what we're using. I'm gonna try these foam brushes, see how they do. That'll work out pretty good, huh? Oh, we're on double tap. There we go, one leg. Then this will go in here like this, and that'll be attached there. Another one will go along here. So this will be the bottom, there'll be a shelf here. This will be the top will set on here. And then there'll be a block that goes in underneath there. All right, we've got all of our legs built here, just hanging out, waiting. And now we want to figure out exactly how far apart we want the legs. The bench is going to be about 90 inches. We'll have to cut a little bit off of each side after we glue the whole top together. But I'm looking at like how far in do I want these things to be so that we can be sure to be able to clamp right all along the edge without running into the stringers, the runners, whatever those things are called. So if we're looking at the edge of the table here, we could clamp easily, right, with 4 inches of space. So I think I'm going to give a 4-inch overhang all the way around the bench. That should be fine. So we're going to get 4 inches off of that side, 4 inches off of that side. That's 8 inches off total of 90 inches. So we're down to 82 inches is what this piece of wood needs to be. This will be the top rail, stringer, whatever you call it, I don't know. But it's gonna go just like this, man. This will slip right in here, and that'll come out flush to the edge there. This one will come over here, like this. There we go. All right, of course they'll be glued. All right, we'll make sure it's square with it, clamp it, maybe screw it. So let's just see if the clamps are gonna hold it where we want it before we actually glue it, huh? Because that'd be lame-o. Got you guys up there nice and high. You can see everything that's going on now. All right, so we're building the second leg right now. I just want to clamp this down so it doesn't go anywhere on me. So take a leg, plop it on here. Just making sure everything fits the way it's supposed to and that it's easy to square, because we want it square, that's for sure, huh? Okay, cool. See if our glue's still good in here. Yeah. So what'd you guys think about that snow? Jules told me that she took you guys out to the chickens in the snow.
You guys want to see spring in North Idaho? This is crazy. Oh, I forgot my basket. I was gonna go out and collect the eggs from the chickens, and it is snowing, hailing. I'm not sure what you call it, but it is all white out here. Look at that. Oh, they're coming running. Hi, everybody. Woo! What are you guys doing out here? Hi.
Crazy, man. I was like, it's springtime. And then it started snowing, man. We went up to Bonner's Ferry a little bit ago. Like, while it was snowing, we left and went to Bonner's Ferry. There was an accident on the highway, man. Like, so fast, dude. It starts snowing. Somebody slid off the road. I think they hit a telephone pole, because on the way back, there was a power crew out there replacing a pole, like right where that accident was. So we're going to go ahead and pinch this guy on there. Check it for square. Oh, too far. Yeah, man, so it's so cool. I'm like all excited about getting the workshop all set up. First stage, we built this little guy, just like totally cheap, plywood top and stuff. Like, it works, it's great, but I didn't show that in a video. But now we're building the official heavy duty workbench, so I'll show you guys that, because it's pretty fun. Couple here on the backside. Just pre-drilling so that we don't split the wood, because we're getting kind of close to the ends of those 2x4s. Hey folks, quick question. Did you know that your personal information is probably being bought and sold online right now? Yeah, your name, address, phone number, even your relatives' information is sitting on websites that you have never heard of. And these sites are run by data brokers. Those are companies that collect personal information and sell it to just about anybody. And that opens the door to all kinds of risk, like identity theft, phishing scams, or even being targeted because of your job or your opinions. This is a snapshot of my most recent Delete Me report. And look at that. Dozens of sites had my information and they got it removed. It's actually kind of shocking how much was out there. What I really appreciate is that Delete Me keeps working year round. Every few months, I get a report showing me where they found my data and what they've removed. I don't even have to lift a finger. And if you're like me, and you want to protect your whole family, well, they have a family plan too. Remember, when your information is exposed, so is your spouse's, your kids, and even your parents. So here's the deal. Head on over to joindeleteme.com/Martin and use my promo code Martin at checkout to get 20% off. I want to thank Delete Me for sponsoring this video. here's our leveling feet. Whoa, hey, come back here. These are our leveling feet right here that we're installing. Hey, Tuxer. We've got all of our 2x4s here laid out. It's 36 inches wide when squeezed together. And now we're gonna kind of separate them apart. We gotta put some plastic down, and then we're gonna double check all of the tops and make sure we've got the tops up that we want. So let's go ahead and Jules will just pull them out if you go over there. I guess if we went over to the sides here like this, that'd have been easier. All right, there we go. Now some plastic. Yeah, I can just kind of fold that over for now. Why don't we do them one at a time?
Okay.
And then we can look and
Check
see,
them.
yeah, which
Okay.
one looks better.
I like that side.
Okay. You be the chooser on the sides.
I choose the tops.
Yeah, you choose the tops.
So far, have I chosen the same as you?
No, I didn't actually choose yet, so I just put them up there.
No, I mean as we're going. As we're
Oh
flipping.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, let's go to the other side.
So we've got all of our tops on now. We want to lay them all out flat, and we're gonna roll them up all the same way. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have them down flat like that, and then we're gonna glue it,
Okay.
and then we'll flip it up like that. If that makes sense.
Yep.
We're gonna paint them all,
Okay.
and then we'll stand them all up quickly, starting from the middle, and we'll move them in, right? And butt them all up together.
I feel like I'm getting ready to run a race or something.
We are racing.
Ready, set, go. That kind of thing.
I think I need bigger gloves, Jules. We should have.
I don't think you need gloves.
All right, here we go. Got it all glued up yesterday and it dried overnight. So we're gonna go ahead and unclamp it all and start planing it down and see how it comes out. Just loosen them up and take them off. So I'll do this side, you wanna do that side? I don't hear no popping yet.
Yeah.
That's good.
How heavy is it?
Ah, that's not bad.
Really?
I mean, it's heavy. I don't know that about that, but it's not terrible. Cool, man. Looks good. Yeah, look at that. Another cool. All right, so this is the planer that we're gonna be using. I got the Win planer. It's a 4-inch, I think it's 4-inch planer, 8 amp. Doing some research, it seems like lots of them are made in the exact same factory in China. And so this was like way less expensive than one of the like good name brand ones. We'll see how it does on our table here. All right, we got the first side fairly smoothed down. Good practice side. But Colin's gonna come down and help me get this thing flipped over. Let's see how the other side looks. So this is some wood glue, just like in some of the spacing and cracks that we've got in there. That's the dark stuff on here. How about we like pick it up and we'll set it on its edge and then see from there. Ready?
Yep.
Up. Okay, tip it up. There we go. Ready?
Yep.
Cool. A little bit high in the center, huh? This side's low, but not much, really. I mean, hopefully I can do a better job on this side than I did the other side.
Was it very hard?
Not like physically hard, just like hard to figure out how to get it really smooth without divots in it. But it's just a workbench, so.
Yeah.
It's gonna get cut probably and drill holes in it and all kinds of stuff. All right, thank you very much. We're gonna start off, we're taking off a 30-second, not too much. We'll go this way this time first and see if we can't get the high spots off before we start going this way. So I think we'll go over it, get all the high spots off, or at least try to, and then we'll come back with a straight edge and check it, mark the high spots, and then try to get those down. What do you think about that? I think it might work. It's finally time to cut off the end here. Fun stuff, guys. Take this guy, put it here. So now we want to cut off just a bit. Clamp her down, hold her down tight. Okay, I know it's not going to cut all the way through. We'll finish it off with a different saw. Be my guess. Ready? Lower this down all the way. Would have been cool if I could have done it all the way down before, but this guy right here was hitting my straight edge. So we're gonna make 2 passes. All right, now take this guy. We'll see what we can do here. It ain't working so good. Let's try this way. Pretty good. That came out way better. There we go. Nothing that a belt sander won't fix. Except for that little whir right there, but it'll be fine, man. Forgot to flip the exhaust. Now we gotta router the edges, the corners. Cool, okay. We'll just round the corners over by hand. All right, a little bit of sanding, we'll be done. Not bad, huh? That looks pretty cool. All right, let's oil it and then talk about what we did. And look at this, it's already a mess. My whole new workbench up here is already a big mess. All right, so we got it all sanded, blown down. We sanded it with like 60, 120, 220, and then just kind of went over it quickly with, I think it's like 440 or something. But we're using tongue oil to oil this guy up. Already did the bottom side. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy, huh? Wanted to do all the sides, so hopefully it wouldn't like curl or warp as much if we did all the sides and it had a chance to like dry. And wow, man, that looks cool. Huh. Man, look at that. I know this isn't you know, like an indoor piece of furniture or anything, but Still would like it to look pretty cool, at least for a little while until I destroy it by working on it. Huh. Wow. So these black lines in here are where there was like little gaps between the 2x4s because I didn't plane them before I glued them together. And we filled it in with wood glue and sawdust. And they gave that cool look with the black lines in there. That came out way better than I thought it would. I mean, this could be an indoor piece of furniture, man. At least indoor for my house. That'd be like a sweet kitchen island, wouldn't it? You could like chop on it, not even worry about it. When you mess it up too much, you plane it back down, sand it back down, and you got like years worth of thickness on it. It'll last you a lifetime probably, you know, if you planed it down every few years. So what I found when I was planing this, and obviously they were all 2x4s, so they were a little bit uneven, you'd say, you know, like some were a little bit higher and lower than others. Even though we clamped it together to squish it, there was still, you know, some unevenness to it. The first side that I did, I went straight down it and kept going straight down it, right, trying to level it out. I've never used a planer before of any type, so obviously I didn't know what I was doing. That one didn't come out too good. You know, I was like a little bit disappointed with how it came out. So flipped it over, and then we went across it diagonally. So we just started going across it like this and went all the way across it diagonally like this. And then we switched directions and went this way. And then just kept doing that over and over again, just crisscrossing like this, like a pattern like this. And it took it down and it flattened it like super good. After we did that, I don't know, it was like a 30-second, I think we were doing. And so it took a lot of times, right? A lot of times of going over, but I didn't want to take off too much and like mess it up. So it's like a 30-second. And then we just went over it and over it and over it. And then after that, we lowered it down even more, down to like a 64th, and went over it and over it and over it again in that crisscross pattern, until finally the crisscross, like in the wood, like that you could see where you went over it, was like pretty faint. And then we went down it vertically, or whatever, horizontally, or in line with the 2x4s, and got it down a little bit better. Then belt sanded it, palm sanded it a little bit more, and it came out like this. So I guess, man, if I had a recommendation on how to plane something like this flat, in my experience, which is extraordinarily limited, would be to go in a crisscross pattern diagonally across it over and over and over again, and then it'll come out flat, hopefully. The only variation in it really was the height of the 2x4s. Like there was no twist, not one end wasn't higher or one end lower or nothing like that. So as far as the clamps, you know, clamping it together worked out great for that. And I wanted to get you know how every 2x4 is rounded over on the corners? So I wanted to get that out so that it would be tight, right? There would be, you know, dook, 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 dook in the tabletop. I guess there you go. We've got it. We built ourselves a 2x4 workbench. I'll install all the accessories and stuff like that on it that we're going to do, and then we'll start using it. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I've picked out this video right over here for you to go ahead and watch next. But in the meantime, I hope you have a really great day and keep smiling. Thanks again to Delete Me for sponsoring this video. And if you want to start cleaning up your data online, well, check out the link down in the description below for 20% off.